Either you go slow or fast, but if the officer decides to give you a ticket, nothing else matters. This video perfectly illustrates that. This innocent driver is pulled over for allegedly going too slow, as the officer claims he was driving at 55 miles per hour, even though the speed limit is 65 miles per hour. Now listen carefully. He just received a speeding ticket and decided to fight it in court since it's not valid. After getting the ticket and re-entering I-95 North, this Virginia state trooper followed him and pulled him over again in less than a minute, this time for going too slow. The passengers are baffled, and one points out the absurdity of being cited for driving under the speed limit. When a passenger requests to speak with a supervisor, the officers become defensive and refuse to call for one. Watch what happens next and share your opinion in the comments.
We're going at this speed. That's what, 60 miles an hour. This is where we're going at the 60 miles an hour. He came and he said that we were going at 80 miles an hour on the right hand side. Go literally at 60. This is the kind of couple that we have to deal with.
Yes.
Gonna be troopers standing with Virginia State Police. This conversation will be out there because there's one for the safety man, alright? Speed limit is gonna be 65 miles per hour. You're just doing 55. Let me see your driver's license and the registration. Okay?
Yes.
Just stay in the car. Let him do what he's gonna do. 2 tickets, 1 for speeding.
You got it there?
Yeah.
How much is that?
You were going 60.
Okay, 60.
I've been recording you. You're going like 60. Now he says you're going too slow, and he pulled you over because you're going too slow. Can we help you?
Make sure everybody okay?
Yeah, we're all
You're
good.
the
Yeah.
best. Thank you very much.
I just came.
Does he have a supervisor?
I'm sorry?
Does he have a supervisor?
Yeah, we are.
Can we call him in?
No, you cannot.
We cannot call the supervisor.
You can't call.
Can you call? You can
right
call
now.
for us. You're a public servant.
Why you not call
You
the
can call the
supervisor right now?
supervisor. We
Why do you
request.
need a supervisor?
We're
I need
requesting
a
a supervisor.
supervisor.
Okay,
Thank
you guys are talking over each other. Okay.
Okay, we need.
I just came here.
Yeah, we need and requesting a supervisor.
Why do you need a supervisor?
We need to talk to him
Why do you need
for
to
the situation that we're going through
Yes.
right now.
Understood.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
The situation that you guys are currently in, we're not gonna call a supervisor.
All right.
Okay, and what's your name?
Triple Arco.
What's the
Triple
ID
R.
number,
Okay.
sir?
Oh, he's gonna give it to you. He's
No,
gonna
No,
come
you.
Me?
Yes.
It's 506.
Okay. All right. And
I
you
just
said you
wanted to-
won't call the supervisor. All
Yeah,
right.
because
You say-
you haven't given me a reason.
I did for the
What's
reason that we're getting pulled over.
And I told you the trooper is gonna come to you. And
No,
talk to
but
you.
I'm asking you if you can call the supervisor. You said
I
you
cannot.
cannot call
I
him
cannot call.
because
But you laugh at when you go over there, right?
No, I
You-
did not.
Yes, I recorded. Why you lying? Everything's recorded.
Sir, I cannot.
You know you guys
I
think
don't
you-
lie.
Okay, it's all-
I'm
you
here to
don't
check
lie.
up on you guys. That's
okay,
it.
yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
All right. I just wanted.
And
to
even
make
if
sure
we weren't, I tried to ask for a supervisor, but you didn't want to call us.
Here you go, sir. All right. Today you're gonna be receiving a ticket for driving too slow.
Is
Yes.
he
65 miles per hour, not 55. All right.
Okay.
People are paying to be in these lanes. Here's your driver's.
is he calling the supervisor for
You got the
us?
supervisors coming
All
back?
right.
Is he calling the
Court
supervisor?
date is
The
going to be
supervisor's
December
coming now?
5th.
That's okay.
December 5th.
No,
what I
it's
did
okay.
For you, what I did for you, sir, is circle the dispatch number. Circle
It's
that.
okay, don't worry
We're
about it.
asking
What I
you
have
for
to
a
do.
supervisor.
I waited for the
From that-
supervisor.
Okay.
I waited for
You
the
waited.
supervisor.
Okay. But
All right.
at the end of the day, right?
I waited for the supervisor. Don't give it the thing over there. Don't worry about what's going on. Okay, don't worry about it. I waited for the supervisor.
Wait, so you don't get out. Stay here. Call the supervisor, yeah. It's ridiculous. One, he said we were going too fast when we were going
Yes.
on the right hand side. We had cars in front of us. We were going at the speed limit. He said you were going too fast.
Yes.
And then we're pulling out. You're going at 60 because you just pulled out. And then he said you're going too slow.
Walking with your AirPods at night might get you in trouble, so be careful. This video is a bit long, but trust me, the ending is worth watching. This innocent man is stopped by police after a woman accuses him of following her. He explains that he was simply walking with his AirPods in when the woman started yelling at him, calling him a weirdo and threatening to call the police. When officers arrive, they demand his identification, insisting he must provide it because they are investigating the woman's claims. The man asserts that he hasn't committed any crime and questions why he should have to identify himself. He argues that simply walking does not constitute stalking or any criminal behavior. However, despite the lack of any actual allegations against him, the officers insist that they need his ID to proceed with their investigation. Later, the supervisor also gets involved. Watch what happens next. Share your opinion in the comments. The original video link is added in the description. Make sure to check it out.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, boss?
All right. Are you following this lady by any chance?
Why is this lady following her?
Huh?
I don't know. Probably because she's high or something. She started just screaming at me.
Okay.
Said she was calling the police, and I was like, all right.
Okay. Was she at the laundromat when you first saw her?
I was coming down this direction, heading south. I had my AirPods in. She yelled something.
I remember where she was when that was. Where on the sidewalk? Where was everybody?
She was over here, I think, walking north. And then I was heading south.
Okay.
She yelled something like, you know, I don't know what she said. I couldn't hear. I had AirPods in. I took them off. I took one out. I turned around. I was like, what's that? And then she said something like, stop following me. You're fucking weirdo. Da 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 da. She just started talking all kinds of crazy shit. And I was like, and she said something, was on the phone with somebody telling them her come pick me up, call the police. And she's like, no, I'm gonna call the police. And then I was like, all right.
Do you have ID on you?
Just for right now, just see you have so nice right now. Don't reach her for it. I'm gonna grab them right now.
Can you not?
I'm just
Well,
gonna.
what's your reason for taking my knives?
For your safety and my safety, I'm gonna put them right here, all right?
Okay, well,
Do you have ID on you? If not, I'm
Okay.
gonna need your name.
I don't want to give my name.
Okay. Well,
You kind of have to, because you have to identify yourself right now. We're investigating something right now, all right? She's claiming that you're following her, all right? So at this point, you need to identify yourself. If not, you're gonna be arrested for obstruction, okay?
For obstruction,
Obstruction of the
we're
investigation.
investigating a potential crime right now. We need your name.
I feel like there was no crime.
Well, that's what we're trying to determine.
Okay,
We
so,
need your name.
well, I feel like I don't need to identify. I've done nothing wrong. She said she's calling the police when I took my AirPod out. I waited here for the police to show up, so nobody's saying I'm running and catching me down the road like I'm running.
And we respect that.
Okay.
However, whenever we start to do an investigation, we have to ID everybody.
What are you
we talk to.
investigating? There's no there's a woman that's probably high or got some kind of issue.
We talk to her, all right? Now
Okay.
we're talking to you, and she identified herself. Now you need to identify yourself. Sir.
I don't think I need to identify
All right.
myself. There was no f***ing crime. There's nothing that
That's
happened.
what we're trying to determine. So if you give us
So
your name,
my ID doesn't give you a determination of a crime.
You have to provide identification to law enforcement if we are investigating a crime.
And what's the crime?
She's alleging you were following her.
And even if I was following her, like I would have to do more than follow somebody. I'd have to be stalking
That's
somebody
what
to
we're
be a
trying to
crime.
determine.
I'm not stalking anybody.
Okay, well that's what we're trying to determine.
Well, I don't see how my name helps you determine whether or not I'm following
All right,
somebody.
listen, whoever we come in contact with, we have to.
That's your policy, is to identify
Identify
people you
yourself,
come into
right.
contact with. It's my Fourth Amendment right to be free of unlawful searches and seizures.
Mm-hmm.
You've already seized my knives.
For your safety and our safety as well, all right?
Well,
They're
you
over
seized,
there.
you seized my knife and my flashlight.
We put them at a safe distance, all right?
Okay.
That way this, all right?
Okay,
If you are willing to stick around, you should be willing to provide your name.
but I'm not willing to provide my name.
Okay, well, we're investigating a potential crime.
Do you have a
We need your
supervisor? Is this a supervisor back here? What's your name?
Officer Murphy.
Murphy? Do you have an ID number?
26.
49626.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what she said at first. I had AirPods in. She said something. I turned around and I was like, what's that? And then she said some shit about she left somewhere because I was there. She went on this spiel about a bunch of stuff. She was on the phone telling somebody, come pick her up, hurry up. She was saying she was waiting for them. She was mostly, it seemed like she was putting on a show for whoever was on the phone. Then she told them, call the police. And I was like, good, you call the police. You know, I ain't going nowhere. Like, and then she was like, you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. Which direction was I?
Yeah, traveling from?
I was traveling south on 28th Street.
From 28?
I was coming from that direction in the bike lane going this way.
When did you make contact with her?
What do you mean made? What do you mean by made contact?
Where in the street?
It was, she was maybe the first or second house that way. I think like the first house past this store might have been where she was walking north or standing there, I'm not sure. And she yelled something like as I was passing. I had to slow down, and I slowed down. I like crossed the road and told her, hold on, I can't hear you, because she was still saying something. I took my AirPod out of this ear and I was like, what's that? And she was on the phone at first saying something to somebody else, and then she was like, and I was like, did you say something to me? And she's like, you're a fucking weirdo, stop following me. I left somewhere else. She didn't say somewhere else, but she said, I didn't see her now. I could barely see her over there. Like, she was like in a shadow. So, you know, I don't know what she looks like.
So you guys were on opposite sides of the street?
I was on that side in the bike lane going that way. She was on the sidewalk. She was on this side on the sidewalk. And
Will you get called out? We're investigating.
And
She's telling us one thing.
And she told you a crime was committed? She said a crime was committed? Did she say she's a victim of a crime? No, well, I'm saying, are you trying to create a crime? Or did she say that a crime was committed?
I'm investigating the story she told me.
And the story, what in her story says I committed a crime? What part of her story said I committed a crime? Or is this just an unlawful detention? Are you just holding me hostage because you want my ID?
Well, you're legally obligated to provide us identification if we're investigating a crime.
Well, if you're creating a crime out of nothing, then
Investigating her allegation.
What is her allegation? What is the allegation against me? You don't want to answer? Is it because you're making something up? You're trying to create a crime? Okay, let's say whatever she said, let's say all of it's true. Then she's claiming that I committed a crime against her?
That is what we are investigating.
What do you mean that is what you're investigating? Did she not say I committed a crime against her? I don't understand. I'm not understanding what you're saying. You're investigating something, but what are you investigating? Seems like you're just investigating how long you can stall to try and get my identification from you.
Well, you wanted to talk to the sergeant. That's actually what we're calling for right now. So once he's here.
Well, that's because you're demanding ID from me, telling me that I'm obligated to give it to you.
Before you saw her down there.
So you're saying that she's saying that I committed a crime?
Huh?
She's saying that something I did was a criminal act?
Why she's claiming that you're following her, alright? Okay.
Okay, she's claiming I committed a crime against her?
Before you make contact with her down there, where were you?
Did you just turn your body camera off?
It's on right now.
Did you just now turn it on?
It was on before. I just got here from over there, so I turn it on right now, okay?
So you turned it off when you went over there, then turned it on when you came back over here?
Yeah, I'm not gonna record while I'm walking, okay?
Sergeant Reeves, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
My name's Sean. What's going on, boss?
You said your name is?
Sean.
Sean?
Yep.
Okay. You requested a supervisor, right?
Sure, they were demanding ID, saying that this lady's alleging I committed a crime against her, or they're investigating something for a crime, and they won't say that she's alleging I committed a crime. They're just saying they're investigating a crime and demanding identification.
Okay. So after I spoke to her, it doesn't sound like she's alleging a crime. Okay. So if you do not want to provide your ID, it's completely fine. You don't have to.
Appreciate it.
The officer is probably going to take a report just because this lady feels weird and she wants to document something. And she'll also clear your name and everything. So if you would like to provide your name to her, you can. You're not obligated to. Okay.
I gave my first name. Am I able to get an incident report number? Because y'all will get my name with that.
Yeah, she can give you. You're taking a report on this, right?
Yep.
Yeah. She can give you a copy of or not the actual report, but she can give you the
incident report
number.
number.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
So and Shawn, is it SHAWN or SHAUN? Because we just want to make sure we're talking about the right one in the report.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. I don't really like my name being put in reports. You know, I used to get in a lot of trouble around here, right in this neighborhood when I was young. I've been keeping myself out of trouble now and trying to keep my name out of all the reports.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no problem. I mean, there's no crime. You're not being detained, so you're free to go if you want. We do suggest if you want to have the incident number.
Appreciate it. Thank you, boss.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel. Our goal is to educate people on First Amendment rights. Make sure you like our videos as much as possible. We will see you in the next video.